The City of Camrose processes wastewater for approximately 19,000 residents and 600 businesses every day. Starting in September 2021 and continuing into early 2024, the city undertook a $51 million upgrade project to the wastewater treatment plant to help support our growing population and to ensure that the water we put back into the environment is as clean as possible. At the City of Camrose, wastewater is transferred through the Stony Creek Valley using sewer pipes and is pumped out of the valley thanks to this building, the South Lift Station. This is the main pumping station for moving waste from the city to our wastewater treatment plant. The South Lift Station pumps an average of 5,600 cubic meters of wastewater to the wastewater treatment plant per day, and despite its small size, is a key component of our wastewater system. This station transitions the system from being gravity-fed to a pressurized system that moves waste from the valley to the main wastewater treatment plant. The lift station will also receive upgrades as part of this project that will include replacing the backup generator and the electrical and building mechanical equipment to extend the life of the facility for the next 20 plus years, as well as health and safety enhancements to ensure a safe environment for our staff. As part of this project, we are expanding the emergency overflow pond here into this area over here, doubling our emergency storage capacity from 7,000 cubic meters to 14,000 cubic meters. This reduces the risk of untreated wastewater flowing into the Stony Creek during a major storm event. After the storm has passed, a pump transfers the untreated wastewater back into the South Lift Station, where it can be pumped to the wastewater treatment plant for treatment. Coming out of the South Lift Station, there is a large pipe called a force main, which is a pressurized sewer pipe that conveys wastewater under pressure from the discharge side of the pumps at the lift station, around the treated wastewater storage lagoons, and all the way over to the main wastewater treatment plant. The upgrades to this plant happen here in the process building, here at the MBBR tanks, and out here in the aerated lagoons themselves. We are flying over the cells, or lagoons, with cell A on the right, cell B below, and other cells in the distance. Prior to this upgrade, we were only using aerated lagoons for treatment of the city's wastewater, with no other mechanical treatment processes being used at all. If you notice the bubbles in cell B, these are caused by an existing aeration system that pushes air into wastewater to allow for breakdown of the pollutants in the wastewater by naturally occurring bacteria. It is an integral part of most biological wastewater treatment systems. This upgrade will see the addition of one more aerated treatment lagoon cell, cell C2, as well as replacing the existing 30-year-old aeration equipment in the existing 3 treatment cells. This will extend the life of the existing treatment processes for at least the next 20 years and will ensure that the city can provide carbon and suspended solids removal at higher levels than we currently can before releasing the water back to the environment. The wastewater treatment plant will see an expansion of storage cells by deepening cell I and providing the necessary storage for our growing population. In addition to improving processes at the lagoons, we are adding 2 new processes to remove ammonia and phosphorus from the city's wastewater. Adding the MBBR tanks, or moving bed biofilm reactor, and related infrastructure will work to remove ammonia from the partially treated wastewater. This will involve adding 2 concrete tanks with a shared wall and a lift station that will help wastewater move from the new treatment lagoon cell C2 into the MBBR tanks. After the lift station, wastewater will flow by gravity through the MBBR tanks through the new treatment processes in the process building and then onto the storage lagoons. The MBBR process is a biological wastewater treatment system that contains millions of small plastic discs that float in the tank, facilitating the growth of ammonia-digesting bacteria. The bacteria will break down ammonia in the wastewater as the city provides oxygen into the system from the process building next door. Once the wastewater passes through the MBBR tanks, it will flow to the next treatment stage in the process building. The new process building will be over 12,000 square feet and will contain all the remaining equipment for the wastewater treatment process. It will house 3 dedicated blowers needed for the aerated lagoons and 3 more blowers required for the MBBR process. As well, it will contain the chemical storage and dosing and mixing tanks and filters required to remove phosphorus from the wastewater, a laboratory for city staff to perform water testing, and other staff areas. The City of Camrose is using a Hydrotech disc filter system to provide continuous filtration of water with the benefit of low power consumption and a small footprint. The disc filter has several fabric discs on a central drum that rotates to maintain continuous flow through the system. Water flows into the unit by gravity and passes through openings in the drum to the inside of the filter disc and through the filter media panels. Water is discharged on the other end of the drum while a backwash system removes solids from the filters and into a sludge trough. The sludge is pumped back to the aerated lagoons while the filtered water flows by gravity to the storage lagoons. In this construction video, you can see the MBBR tank here and process building here. In addition to these new buildings and technologies, the wastewater treatment plant will also see an installation of a backup generator to provide continuation of service even in a power outage, repurposing the old blower building into an equipment and vehicle storage area, new piping between various lagoons, and site improvements like dust control roadways and security fencing and cameras. The city needs to store our treated wastewater for up to 6 months at a time, releasing twice a year back into the watershed, once in the spring, once in the fall. After the upgrade, the city will be permitted to release continuously to the environment over the non-frozen months, but will still require storage over the winter months. This project, the largest capital project that the city has ever undertaken, takes us from a system designed for 20,000 people to a system that will accommodate a population of 30,000 people and utilizes a combination of existing and proven technology with newer mechanical processes that will remove pollutants from the city's wastewater. This upgraded plant will provide cleaner water back into the watershed and give our community room to grow. We hope you enjoyed this video about the city's wastewater system. If you have any questions, please contact our engineering department at 780-672-4428.